beautiful day and it has been raining. But this place looks so beautiful and is really full of artistic elements. So for today's virtual outing, where are we? We are at the Singapore Chinese Cultural Centre, sorry. Yeah, and with me today, we have two important people who will bring us through this important virtual outing where they will introduce the arts and history. So who are they? They are Gisele and Wan Lin. Let's welcome them.
Okay, so today we are visiting the Singapore Chinese Cultural Centre. So we are here to see the Singaporean exhibition. So over here there are a total of 6 zones for us to explore.
Alright, so Chinese culture in Singapore has evolved in a way unlike other communities around the world. So Singapore is a tiny Southeast Asian nation state located in a region with many ethnic groups, of which that Chinese comprise only a small percentage of the overall population. However, the Chinese form the majority in Singapore, living alongside a significant proportion of non-Chinese residents. Over many years, interaction with other social diversity has birthed in a Chinese Singaporean identity that is complex and ever-changing. So at this Singapore Chinese Cultural Centre, join in the conversation and discover or rediscover what it means to be a Chinese Singaporean.
Alright, so with that, right, we are going on to this adventure. And of course, this is filmed under safe distancing measurement, so don't worry, we are not standing close to each other. Alright, with that, let's go on to this adventure.
Before we enter the Singaporean exhibition, we will have to take our wristband first to register that. So there is green, yellow, blue for you to choose.
Yep, okay, so after taking the wristband, you move on to this place where you register yourself, and yeah, you'll need to tap this thing to activate your wristband. Yeah.
Spirits of life. Is it the stories we tell each other? When our trading recipes with the kitchen next door changed homemade flavors. When Kopitiam Taiji changed my life.
Very unique and special because I get to know about the different culture, and at our first exhibition, it actually tells us what makes us us. So what is this exhibition about?
Okay, so this exhibition, right, tells us about the Chinese Singaporean culture. And it tells you like, as you know, Singapore is a melting pot of like culture, and there's a lot of cultures that shape us, which it tells us in 5 different types right in front, which we will show you later. And yeah, I think there's a special thing come closer. It says come closer to see the colors of the shadow of the sea. It's like how these 3 ingredients blend together to shape culture. So as you can see the shadow, it's colorful. So we're trying to say that everything here makes us very colorful and makes Singapore a very vibrant city to live in. Yeah, I think it's very special.
Okay, so with this exhibition here, right, come to understand more about your dialect groups, and they will actually let you have a deeper understanding and meaning of what is it to be in this dialect group in Singapore. Exhibition here is called Beyond Generation. So it represents the different generations of Chinese in Singapore. And with me behind is this very famous Mr. Pao. Mr. Pao, how are you? Hello. Why are you trying to say that? So what is this exhibition about?
Okay, so basically, like Chris said, it's called Beyond Exhibition, Beyond Generations. So basically, a lot of the olden days, their habits of the Chinese is actually passed on through us to us nowadays. And then inventions such as the compasses, wisdom from the thinkers of the Confucius, let's say, of the shared beliefs of Chinese are also passed on to us. So basically, there are many different windows here. So here we can see 14 right? So my grandfather actually liked to watch the show a lot. Like he feel that he's a symbol of justice, all those. Yeah. Then I think recently there are also many adaptations of 14 of characters in dramas that we have now.
Yes.
They also have justice and those values in us. So I feel that even though the Chinese values is from very long ago, but then until today we are still using it, we are still respecting it, and it's still our way of life currently.
Okay. So actually when we open the different cabinets, right, we will see things like righteousness, and then it shows the different schools and values. And also this one is the righteousness also, but it shows the book of Elizabeth Choi. Elizabeth Choi is actually one of the famous heroine during the World War II in Singapore. So actually, what other things do we have here in this exhibition?
Okay, so if we come over here, right, we'll see like the tea set. So basically tea set in the Chinese culture, like we usually use it during weddings. Like let's say those two couples the couple getting married, you'll have to serve tea to the elder like 敬茶仪式. So it's like a tea ceremony as a way to show respect to the elder, like saying that, give us blessing for our wedding lah. Yeah, and then this kind of culture is still used today. Yeah, like I got see my cousin getting married, then we will 敬茶 to my grandmother and my grand uncle, grand aunties, all those.
Oh, okay. And one very unique thing that I find here is the family tree. You know, in Chinese, right, we always, for the younger generation, we may not know like what is the grandfathers, how do we call them, or paternal grandfather and everything. So over at this exhibition, you are able to see all the different terms of how you actually call your great-grandfather, paternal grandfather, paternal grandmother, and all that. Yeah, so come over here, actually take a look and learn more about these details of the culture.
A few inches later.
As you can see, there's like interactive things over here, and remember the wristband that we introduced just now? It's to like tap on it. So yeah, this one is, I use these terms at family gatherings. I don't think so. Let's move on to the next one. Sense of shame, we talked about it. Oh, I've been caned before. I think so. So yeah, I can tap on it to like show it. So it's kind of interesting. This is an interactive place for us to explore, and there's a lot of stuff to open and check it out, and like cabinets. Yeah, and you can read about it. So yeah, I really like looking around here now.
There's this would you rather questions. So since the start of the exhibition, there has been questions that are all around the exhibition. So over here we have 3 different selections. So basically, I think the first one is Chinese New Year is celebrated only over the first 2 days of the first lunar month. So whether we feel it's correct, like for me, I feel that it's wrong. So maybe I'll tap over here. Yeah. So it's actually celebrated like I think over a longer period, like 15 days, I think. Yeah, and then over here we can also see it's common to see roadside offering during Singmin, which is the Hungry Ghost Festival. So for this one, I feel that it's true. So I'll tap my wristband. Yeah, and then the light will turn. That means it's correct. Yeah, and then lastly, which mooncake do you prefer? For me, I love mooncake lah, but I prefer the big one, like the more traditional one, rather than the smooth skin one. So I'll tap. Yeah, and then maybe yeah.
But actually, do you all realize they miss out one festival over here?
What festival is it?
The Dragon Boat Festival. They didn't ask any question about Dragon Boat Festival. But it's still fun to come here, and learn about all this culture, because all this culture has been celebrated in so many years in Singapore, and not only Singapore, but also in other parts of Asia. So come here to learn more about this.
So I think for this section is more of the uncommon Chinese celebration that we actually celebrate. So firstly we have Zhongyuanjie, which is also known as Hungry Ghost Festival, which is also something that I learned today lah. Like I didn't know Zhongyuanjie was a ghost festival. Yeah, then here we also have the 9 Emperor Gods Festival, as well as the Gong Festival. Yeah, so I think for these two festivals, they are lesser known, but I think as part of the Singapore Chinese culture, it's important for us to know about it. So if you guys have a chance, come here and take a look and learn a lot like me today.
Yeah, and it's very interesting because especially for the 中元节, right, you get to see all the 歌台. 歌台 is where all the famous singer will come and sing. So very interesting. Come here to learn about these unique things that you may not see every month.
来自荷兰语的 coffee， 而 coffee 又是来自土耳其和阿拉伯语，西是海南话鲜的谐音。在以前，人们都把淡奶称为鲜奶。冰则是福建话冰的意思，不错吧？点一杯咖啡就用上3种语言，是不是很酷？
Exhibition here, we get to know about the different cultures and they come and meet together. And especially at the game station there, we get to learn about what is kopi peng siu tai, what is kopi peng kao. Yeah, so what is this exhibition going to bring to our viewers here today?
Alright, so as what Chris mentioned, it's about where cultures meet. So as you know, Singapore, there's like a few different languages, and our language now we're speaking is basically Rojak. So we are speaking Singlish, and it talks more about different languages, how it meets together and form the Singlish that we are speaking at the moment. And it kind of introduces like how do we say a certain word in like the Singaporean way, and it says it's actually a Malay word, it's actually a Hokkien word. So I just want to ask you a question. Just how many languages do you think we need to order a kopi si kosong thing?
I thought it's only one Chinese dialect, like the Hokkien dialect.
No, there's actually 3, you know.
Wow, 3!
Yeah. So kosong is, as you know, this Malay word for nothing. Then 0. Then thing is like Hokkien. Then kopi, all this Hokkien. Wow, it's like just crazy that there's a lot of culture in that thing. There's just due to the early immigrants who kind of passed down the dialect to us. So it's very interesting. We can look around here to learn more about how the immigrants brought in their culture and everything together, which makes us what we are now, right now.
Yeah, so with all this interactive stuff over here, get to learn more about the different cultures where they come and meet together.
You must click on the ingredient.
Kopi